In March 2020, COVID was spreading through slaughterhouses. These are crowded, filthy places where workers are standing right up next to each other. And back in the summer of 2020, there were some statistics showing that 14% of all the COVID-19 cases across this country were coming from slaughterhouses. And so we shut down these slaughterhouses. But the result of this is you've got all these millions of pigs across the country who no longer have any value because they cannot be slaughtered for their masters. So what happened at ISF, the farm that she was at, Iowa Select Farms, was something that was happening across the country and across the world, and it's a practice called ventilation shutdown. Ventilation shutdown is a practice where, because these animals no longer have any value, they don't want to waste the money to feed them, to give them water, to give them any care, they shut down all the vents in the facility. They pump in steaming hot air, 200 degrees or higher. Air that's so hot that the water literally is boiling and turning into steam. And they slowly roast the pigs alive. And this practice was so awful, so disgusting and monstrous that even the employees at ISF revolted and started speaking out. And one of them, a guy by the name of Lucas Walker, whose name you should remember because this guy's a hero, he reached out to his company, his bosses, and said, how can we do this? Sorry, I'm down for slaughtering pigs, but boiling them alive? Hell no, I'm not doing this. He reached out to the government and said, hey, Iowa government, this is a violation of the animal cruelty laws. I work in this industry. This is not okay. Please do something. You know what the government of Iowa did? They completely ignored every single request he sent. And despite all this outcry by activists, by journalists, by even the company's own employees, you know what the government of Iowa did after they found out this was happening in factory farms? They didn't stop the torture of animals. They didn't stop boiling these poor pigs alive. They are trying to put my friend Matt in prison for this. In prison for 8 years. Millions of people will hear about what's happening in these factory farms as a result of this trial. And their conscience will be awakened. This is a battle between two competing visions. The reason I say bring it on is because in that battle of visions, a vision of the world filled with cruelty and suffering and selfishness and exploitation, and a vision of the world where we treat everybody with kindness, that is a battle we can win, even in rural Iowa.